If something bad happens to you, you're gonna lose your mind a little bit. Hi, friends, it's Adam, the crippled cannabis cowboy. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Help a brother out and listen to more of my rambling. Getting diagnosed with something, anything really, it's gonna drive you freaking bonkers. You're you're gonna think about it for at least a few years. And there are some things that you can do to make your life a little happier, if that means anything. You're gonna experience a lot of adjusting. You're gonna have to adjust. If you don't, it's gonna contribute to losing your mind. So you're gonna notice that privacy goes out the window. Everyone else thinks they know what's best for you. No one's gonna listen to you, man. I don't know what to say. There's gonna be like those loving and supporting people, but there's gonna be avenues you're gonna notice that people like straight up aren't listening. I don't exactly know what it is. I think they think that, you know, he's messed up in the head. This is speaking on my behalf, of course. Oh, he's fucked up in the head. He can't think. He doesn't know. He's not. Now, there is some of that is true, but there's some of that's not true. If you happen to develop multiple sclerosis, that's what I have. I have something called primary progressive multiple sclerosis. You're going to have problems with your bladder. There's something called the neurogenic bladder. It's a nightmare. It's, look into it if you're having problems. It's, you have pee problems, and one thing that will help you deal with some of this stuff is wearing diapers. It kind of sucks, like adult diapers. They'll help you not pee your pants because it comes really quick, like seconds quick. And there's this neurogenic bladder thing that you it's like you get a instant flare up of brain fog when you gotta get to the toilet. I personally think because you're holding it to not pee your pants, that you can't walk as well, so getting to the toilet is going to be a little trickier. If you're a man, you can get one of those like little urinal things. I got one. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's going to be embarrassing, and there's going to be a huge adjustment to all these things, but these are just things that maybe will make your life a little easier, which in turn you don't get bombarded with that stress as bad. You still get bombarded with stress, but it's just not as bad. So having some diapers, having one of those, handle your bathroom responsibilities, sort of like look at them like, how can you make your bathroom trip a little safer and easier. I also recommend getting an automatic toothbrush. They work better. It's better than stabbing yourself in the eyeball or something like that. It helps with many things. There's the shower chair you can get. I have a shower chair, and it got upgraded to a shower bench, and it's because like one thing that I did notice is that when your skin touches the bathtub and say the tub is cold, it can make your body react like you have a spasm. Like, you can't help it. It's not something you can control. So if your leg touches the cold tub, then you're gonna sort of like move and not freak out, but you're gonna have a spasm that can cause you to take a fall, and you definitely don't want to fall in the tub. You can get some of those AFO braces, I think, like foot drop braces. The foot drop is a pain in the ass, especially like I have this spasm to where my feet flutter, and when it's happening, you really can't walk. You got to stop and walk in between the moments that your feet aren't fluttering. Now, if you fall from foot drop, you have to be very careful because foot drop can make you take a fall. One of the number one thing for people like me getting hurt is falling and breaking something or falling and dying, and you just don't want to take a fall. Falls are on the rough side. They always hurt. Hopefully you don't get injured. There's a difference between being hurt and being injured. You're gonna learn that. Some slip-on shoes that you can slide right into. There's these new ones they make. They have a zipper on them. You can like unzip the back and slide your foot in, then zip it back up. Some people lose control of their hands. I lost control of one of them. I still have one, thank goodness. But it's gonna be challenging. They're not cheap, these kind of shoes and the drop foot sneakers that you slide in, but I do recommend them. It makes your life that little bit easier. Keep track of those temperatures. The cold can make your whole body flex to where it is tough to move. The heat, however, can cause something called the Uthoff's effect. It's happened to me, and you definitely don't want it to happen to yourself. I equate it to like that green witch in the Wizard of Oz. All of a sudden you feel like you're melting and you can't move at all. So the cold hurts, but the heat can kill. Like I said, taking a fall is tough, and you definitely don't want to take a fall because you're trying to deal with temperature. I did notice for myself that if I grab something, like when one of these spasms or Uthoff, when something makes it tough for me to walk, I immediately have to grab something and find my feet and try to like find my balance. Well, your balance goes out the window. Kind of like not move until this fluttering spasm kind of stops, and that could take a little while. Then there's the walking assistants. Look into the ones you want. I've tried a lot of them. So like you can, the cane, the crutches, the walking stick. That's pretty cool, I gotta admit. There's the thumbstick. There's, like having a walker that has wheels, or having one that you gotta lift and push. Does it have brakes, like the little like bike brakes? Like there's a brake on the left and a brake on the right. They can help you steer the walker. Some of them fold out and you can sit on it. So if you're having a hard time walking and you got to sit down, you can immediately open that walker and have a seat and just wait until you can walk again. Something I do, not everybody does this, is like staircases and feeling funny. If you ever feel funny, if I ever feel funny, I drop my center of gravity, if that makes any sense. Not everyone's body can move like mine. I was very flexible, so I can bend my knees, I can do certain things with my body that a lot of people can't. And one thing that I have done several times is get on the floor. When I feel like I'm gonna pass out or I'm gonna take a fall, I'll try to drop my center of gravity, so when there is a fall, I don't fall as far because I'm lowering my center of gravity. There have been instances where I've gone all the way down to the floor. I'll get on my hands and knees or sit on my ass, and I just stay there until I can get up again. Going down and having to stay down that's a new door. That's tough to deal with. The only reason why is because I know what it's like to take a fall, whack my head, be stuck there where no one can hear you, piss my freaking pants and roll around in my own urine for like an hour because I couldn't get off the floor. So when these things happen to you, you learn things about yourself. You figure out ways to avoid them. So the best I could say is try to think ahead and not let something like that happen to you. Paying attention to your diet is another thing I'm noticing. I get something called healing meals, and they're wonderful, but you only get a set amount, so space it out. If you get 7 meals, have one per day. If you get 14 meals, have two per day. So kind of like have it slowly replace your current diet. Eliminate the goodies, eliminate the sweets. I know they're all over my house. You're gonna have the hiccups. Don't beat yourself up. Like if you want to have an Oreo or some M&Ms or something, you're going to eat them sometimes. And, no, they're not good for you. They help encourage and keep what's in your body inflamed. And like I said, it's like a two-way street. It's like you're being good, but at the same time you're going to go crazy. So you have to limit yourself and reward yourself with certain things that are going to make you feel better. Of course, there's many other things. The only thing I'm trying to do is maybe encourage someone who's like me or going like me, the thinking. Try to make your life a little easier. There's going to be some adjustments. Like I said, forget about privacy, forget about the alone time and trying to figure out your way. Well, you have to do those things, but you're going to notice that all that stuff kind of goes out the window. Thanks for watching my video. Maybe you learned something from it. Maybe you didn't. Who knows? But subscribe to the channel anyway. Help a brother out.